Good morning. I'm Adam Ziegler, Operations Chief with Rocky Mountain Complex Incident Management Team 2 with your morning update for July 19th. We'll start down on the south end of the fire in divisions Alpha through Delta. Everything's looking good in there as it has in the past. The crews are reporting they haven't found any sources of heat close to the line in the last 2 to 3 days, so looking really good in there. And we're adjusting the organization as needed. So you'll see less resources in there, but they'll continue to patrol that area and extinguish any areas of heat as needed in there. Moving up to Division Foxtrot, they have areas that they have shown containment in, and also some direct fire line where the fire's edge has got up to the fire line that they're working on extinguishing that, so mopping up. That's just extinguishing any hot spots that are remaining. So they'll be mopping up that direct fire's edge. In addition to where you see the most prominent smoke from the west from Highway 550, where that's come down close to our close indirect line there. They started the last 2 days with bulldozers pushing line up that. They got as far up the hill as they could with bulldozers to start confining that area, and now we have hand crews that are working this area to get that line tied up with the rim rock at the top. Everything's looking good up in there. As far as the line production, the lines are all in with Division Hotel and Division Kilo. They're just continuing to prep those lines, and with prep, they're removing brush, any dead trees, anything that could create spot fires when the fire gets close to that line and throw embers across the line. So where we're out ahead of this fire, they're able to spend the extra time to make sure that that line is extra ready to go. Moving up into Division Papa, making good progress on that. The line is almost complete. A couple more days that they'll be working in there. And then they'll start moving operations out of there. So everything's looking really good in Papa. Division Romeo still kind of working 3 different directions in there. So where we have the spot fire and slop over into the East Fork, we have Flathead Hot Shots have scouted that area and came up with a really good plan in that really complex terrain and complex fuel load. So they're going to be in there for the next several days working on getting around this and then tying it into a natural rock feature to hook that back up to the ridge above the East Fork drainage. They are also continuing to prep the 858 road in there up past Silverjack Reservoir and up to the Cimarron structures. And then also the line that goes along the east side of the Cimarron structures continues to proceed, going well. They're pushing with the bulldozers and then following up with hand crews and mulchers to improve that line. They also do continue to push line from the north end of the Cimarron structures up to the high mesa. And on the high mesa, they're bringing line further to the south that we've been talking about, being there for another 3 to 4 days, getting that line put in and prepped. They also are working a line from the high mesa to tie that down into the bottom to Forest Service Road 864. So that indirect line is really coming together and extending to the east. We still do have a night shift, so we will have folks out there around the fire keeping an eye on everything at night. And just one final reminder for all of you out there that UAS or drones that are not part of our management are not allowed over the fire area. If you fly that grounds our resources and we're not able to fly. Yesterday we did have a UAS intrusion, and we had to shut down air operations, so we had to send our air attack and 2 Type 1 helicopters back to base until we were able to validate that UAS was no longer in the area. So that is a huge safety concern for aerial firefighters. a huge cost of flying those helicopters back and forth unneeded, and a loss of productivity for our firefighters, and our ground-based firefighters did not have support from our aviators. So just spread the word. If you fly, we can't. We appreciate your support and your morning update. Have a good Sunday.